Hey everybody, welcome back to the second channel and to another 1st of October lesson. So if you're unfamiliar, Andrew Huang and I have a one-day-a-year band called 1st of October, and on the 1st of October we go into a recording studio, book a one-day recording session, and then write and record an entire album in a day, 10 tracks. So a lot of very rushed material, but today and then throughout the second channel I am going to go through how to play each one that I wrote. So this one today is the 31st of October, one of my favorites on the album, maybe Jake's favorite on the album.
Yeah.
Or at least second favorite.
Yeah, second favorite.
Second favorite, but Jake's into anything Halloween and spooky. So, so yeah, this one is all about a door-to-door Halloween costume salesman. Your classic stuff. So today I am playing with my Chapman Flying V, my purple Flying V, and I'm particularly excited about it today in that, so when Rob Chapman first showed me these, when I was in their office, the first time I saw him, we were joking about how these Flying Vs are specifically for fighting dragons, and they're dragon guitars, because it's huge. I mean, the fisheye is kind of, makes it hard. I mean, it's hard to judge how big they actually are, but they're pretty big. But I picked this up, and I was playing with this this golden yellow Dragon Hearts pick, and I was like, this is my Spyro and Sparks setup, if you're also into that video game. So anyway, I got Spyro and Sparks with me today, and then if I'm feeling not at 100%, this will be blue, then green, and then if I'm really feeling vulnerable, I will start finger picking. All right, well, now that we've given the first part of the video to a reference that only a few people understand, let's get into, well, no, it's a pretty popular game. But anyway, here's my Spyro and Sparks setup, my guitar setup, and now here's 31st of October. So this song, as well as a ton of my metal tunes, pretty much whenever I'm using distortion, is based around this same scale. It's the same one that Ravioli is in on the bass, but it's just in a different key. So instead of 0, 1, 4, and so on the E string, 4, 5, and then on the A, 3, 4, 6, 7. And then the next string down, 4, 6, 7. And 5, 6. And that's the scale. Oh, playing sloppy today. And that same pattern I use in a bajillion songs. Particularly is an important part of this song, and that's also in jazz or countless other metal tunes that I've used, because I'm always yeah. So let's just start from the beginning of the song. We're gonna go with that first note. That is the 4th fret on the low E. It's G sharp, A flat. So we use this chord a lot, and it's just a power chord, and we're just strumming through it right at the beginning. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 what's up? And then we go into this other, the other chorus part, and these are all strummed through. So it follows the lyrics very closely. I gotta, and that's just 4, 5, 4. I gotta, and then we go through those other notes in the next string. 4, 6, 7, 6, 4, 6, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 4. It's kind of confusing. I wish I had a tab to go along with this. This would be a lot easier. But I'll go through it. I'll go through it slow. That pattern. It's just single notes. I got a fine selection of everything Halloween to me. So whole beginning. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 hello. I got a fine selection of everything Halloween to me. That's it for that part, and that repeats quite a few times. And then we go into the next riff, and all based around that same scale. But now we're starting the 4th fret on the A string. Bam, dead note, bam, strum, and that's just going from 4, 6, 7, up and back down. Then we use those chords there, really cool. 3, 1 on the A string and D, and then 4/2, so we just slide it up. What? So the 3/1 first palm muted, and then split up. So here's that whole riff. And we'll end it there. So those chords at the front, every time I played it, because again with this album, the first time we ever played the song all the way through is the last song we've ever played it. So once we play the song all the way through and it's a solid take, then we just move on. So I've only played it once, and I do know that during those chords, sometimes it was open to the chords, and I'm just strumming the E and A, and more just kind of getting a sound rather than trying to get notes there. And sometimes I did that first palm mute on the first chord. And I think most of the time during that I ended on just a single note. But anyway, the chords are 5/4, and then just moving it over 1, 4, 3. And I don't quite remember if exactly what times I went open note to those chords, or palm muted that first chord, or ended on the full chord there, or just the single 4th fret. I'm not really sure, but the rhythm is always the same. So here's that whole riff from the beginning with those chords. Cool. So we'll go through that, the same jazz progression. It's just 4, 6, 7, 4, 6, 7, palm muted. And then the same thing, very similar to Ravioli, the same shape, or a ton of my songs. So it's, and then on the G string, 5, 6, 5, hammer-ons and pull-offs. So you only pluck once. Then the 7th fret on the D, back to the 5th, then 7, 6. And that last note isn't palm muted, or any of the G string, but anyway. So, is the lick. So, and then you end with that chord, 6, 5. Is this confusing, Jake? It's confusing you a bit?
I'm following.
Okay. And sometimes I think I gave it some vibrato, other times I didn't. I think I'm always sliding down with it though. So here's that whole riff all the way through. And then it goes through again. And then that is the first verse. And then for this part where you're walking down the street, not to Old Man Jenkins yet, but going to the next house. I forget the lyrics.
In my community, no. Walking to the next house. Walking
down the street, giving Halloween costumes to my community. Ding dong. All right, so here's this part, walking down the street, giving costumes to your community. It's that same first note, 4th fret on the E, and you're just going from that to the higher octave, 6th fret on the D. There you go. So it's in this shot.
Thank you.
And that's just the rhythm. Ding dong. So it's just going through that same G sharp to the octave and back. And then staying on it at the end. And then you could probably do a power chord there, or just a single note or the octave. Really, as long as it's a G sharp, it works. Ding dong, and then it's back to this part. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 what's up? I got a fine selection of everything Halloween. And then that second one ends with just all strings open madness, as Andrew says, I'm intrigued. So I'm especially thinking about when I go into this part, I'm really concentrating on nailing the I gotta and those chords to be exactly at the same time. I got a fine selection of everything Halloween. And then back to the other riff, and then this time as you're talking to the person that you're trying to sell costumes to, there's a slight difference in this riff. So all of that is the same, and then here we're doing a slightly different rhythm. And instead of doing the single notes, we're gonna add the fifth below. So you're just barring, it's the same pattern, but instead of just doing, you're going to bar the two lowest strings. So just 4, 4, 4, palm muted. It's slightly different rhythm.
That's the coolest.
Yeah, that like slow triplet feel.
Yeah.
And that chord palm muted is just really aggressive. So and then yeah, some of those are not palm muted, like the first one. Not. And then that one, instead of doing the chords there, you're gonna go open, slide into 5th fret, tons of vibrato, and then end on the 4th. And then that time you don't strum the chord, and then you do that same lick an octave up. Which is a bit tricky because now that you're up here, the shape's a bit different. So it's on the highest 3 strings, 6, 8, 9, 7, 9, 10, and then that same with 8, 9 on the highest string. So that's a bit tricky. So we'll go through the whole second verse now. Same as the first. And then we do this twice. No chord, octave up. And then into Old Man Jenkins, which is maybe the heaviest part of the album. So back to these chords earlier that we were doing, just the barred 4, 4. We're gonna add one more note to it with the pinky, also the 6 on the D string. And that's a very, very aggressive, very Halloween-y, very Halloween costume, selling Halloween bushes to your neighbors type of chord. This is Old Man Jenkins Chord. So 4, 4, 6, and going back and forth between palm muted and not palm muted. And that same shape that we were doing earlier, those 4 notes, that's what we're building this around. So it's that same chord shape. Cool, so now that we got those chords, it's gonna be just like, again, those same notes that we were using, and just a different rhythm, and with these chords, and with a lot of palm muting, and a lot of aggression. Ugh. So it starts on 4, goes down to 3. I'll just play it. And that is Old Man Jenkins. So 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 3, 3, 4, 6, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 7, 6, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. It's a bit confusing, but and the palm, there's a lot of different things going on with palm muting, not palm muting, but you listen to it a few more times, you get the rhythm, and again, it's just those 4. And with that, a few nuances and where to slide, where to palm mute, whatnot. So here's Old Man Jenkins. Ding dong. So after you go to Old Man Jenkins, we just have one more chorus, which Old Man Jenkins so rudely interrupts. So ding dong. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 hey. I'm gonna stop you right there. And then there's banter between you and Old Man Jenkins. He's not feeling it. And then you you decide to just go with the sales pitch anyway. And then it's just the chorus, and then it ends with just making a lot of noise as you and Old Man Jenkins get in a fist fight, apparently. I got a fine selection of everything Halloween you need. And then that's the end of the song. The end of the song is you having a fist fight with Old Man Jenkins. Okay, so I'm going to play through the whole thing, and we'll have some of this maybe we'll picture-in-picture it so you can see my hand as well. Okay. Maybe that'll help. I'll play through the whole song. Jake, you want to play Andrew and Old Man Jenkins? Let's give it a shot. Yeah, all right. All right, well, now that I have my Halloween costume set up ready to go, it's time to play the song. I'm going to try from the beginning and see how well I can play it without being able to see the fretboard or without the full ability to breathe. All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 what's up? I got a fine selection of everything Halloween. Hello! To the next house, walking down the street, bringing my Halloween costume to my community. Ding dong, hey, 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 how you doing? Hey, 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 I got a fine selection of everything Halloween. Looks like there's no one at this house, I guess. Different this time. I can't see anything. There it is. No. Ding dong. How you doing? Hey, 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 hey. I guess Old Man Jenkins isn't here.
I'm gonna stop you right there.
Thank you, Old Man Jenkins. Where have you been?
I was in the back.
Oh yeah, I opened the door and no one was here.
No, I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't, yeah, no, I don't, you come here every year. No, and I just, yeah.
Well, let me tell you though, I have some really good masks.
No, Gregory, no.
Like the one I'm wearing right now.
No, I know, it's quite really a sales technique, but it's not gonna be,
oh, listen,
it's not gonna work
I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna sell you some masks, you're gonna feel really good about it.
No.
You're just gonna have to deal with it, because I got a fine selection of everything Halloween you need.
No, get off my property!
Oh, you gotta have some of these masks, sir. I'm gonna sell you one. Oh, man.
It was really embarrassing!
Well, I did not sell a lot of masks today, but we did learn this song together, so I think it was worth it. It's hard to breathe in this thing, especially to sing and whatnot. But anyway, thanks so much for being a fan of 1st of October. Can't wait to see any of your covers. If you do make them, tag me and Andrew in them. If you do, we would love to see them and repost them on Instagram, or at least put them on the fan-made covers on YouTube playlist on my channel. Gotta start a horse band. Anyway, okay, thanks so much again, and I'll see you soon.